Throughout history, when humanity has been forced into certain obligations, they have found a way to survive. By running away! Unsurprisingly, this trend has continued into the modern high school. I am of course referring to the skipper. You know, that kid in your class who's supposed to actually be in your class, but is somehow never in your class? Yeah, that's who a skipper is.
Recently, skipping has come to my attention because my boyfriend Daniel, who never used to skip, always skips school now, and I never see him in class anymore. This has caused me to wonder several different questions about skipping, since clearly I have nothing else to do. Why do people skip? What kinds of people skip? What do they do when they're skipping? Why do they never seem to be caught or punished? What is it that makes them want to skip? Why are teachers always giving homework on, weekends, every single one of them? Why do they all give tests on the same day? Why are there no cute guys at this school? Yeah, disregard the last two questions. I think we should interview some people now. Why do people skip school?
I couldn't tell you.
Like, anything? Nothing?
Nope. I don't know anything about skipping.
Kids skip because they're lazy and stupid. I mean, if kids are not going to go to school, then it should be just voluntary, and plus they should just be kicked out anyway if they're not going to go. I mean...
But what if they have a good reason for skipping?
Are they stupid and lazy?
That's kind of beside the point.
Then they should be kicked out of school! So that's how I managed to kill the Prime Minister of Canada from those 100-year-old Nazis. I was bleeding from 5 gunshot wounds. Does that answer your question?
I haven't asked you a question yet, but I was going to ask you, why do you skip school?
You know. There.
No, I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
What's life?
Excuse me?
Life is meaningless.
Like,
you know,
so?
Do not interrupt me while I'm talking. Life is meaningless in the way that when it's over, you die. That's it. It's pointless. It's pointless!
But you need school so you can eventually get a job and make money and live in life.
Well, once the revolution happens, jobs and money isn't going to be a problem anymore. Okay?
Unfortunately, since most kids were, actually skipping, I was unable to find or interview that many skippers, as you could obviously tell by this interview.
What do you think kids do when they skip school?
Well, they're obviously all just drug addicts, and they're hopeless failures, so they're most likely doing something illegal.
But if you've never skipped school before, how do you know this?
Are you accusing me of lying?
Pretty much, you...
That was the end of our interview, and the ability to use my left arm for a week.
Are you high right now?
You know, you ask a lot of questions.
Man, you ask a lot of questions. No, thank you. I don't like it.
It occurs to me that perhaps no one is ever going to tell me anything about skipping. Unless I want to find out information, I'm going to have to skip myself. For science. This is all for the purpose of you, the viewer. Why would I ever skip except for educating the young and the naive? Why would I even want to skip? Don't answer that question. Hey, haven't seen you in a while.
I've been busy. What's with the camera?
Well, my parents just bought it for me because of my good grades. It's not actually recording right now. I'm just holding it up to give it a feel filming would be like. I'm planning on filming a documentary soon. So, this is kind of awkward, but are you planning on skipping your first class day? Because I'm totally planning on skipping my first class day.
Alright, calm down there for a second. You don't just get up on one day and decide to skip. It takes finesse and skill to skip properly. Skipping, my friend, is an art.
Cool, I totally knew that. And since you know so much about skipping and the art of it and stuff, who better to teach me, right?
I can't say no, can I?
This is cool.
Oh, hey.
Hey, Eric.
Was that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing? I thought you didn't skip.
I don't.
Wait, listen, you know this guy?
She's making a film on skipping. She interviewed me.
Daniel, I can explain.
Oh yeah, and that camera's just for show, isn't it?
No, well...
Wait, you fell for that? She said she's just holding it? Or is that...
Well, it was a reasonable assumption.
Okay.
Guys, it's okay, actually. Like, it's just skipping, right?
Yeah, you guys probably shouldn't be skipping. Not a really good idea. You don't know what you're getting yourself into. It's kind of...
Will you just shut up?
You're one of them, aren't you?
I am not one of them.
What's one of them, guys?
No, I'm
What are we
not.
talking
One of
about?
them.
I am perhaps the only person in history who has ever gotten busted from skipping the first time they skipped. Yeah, just because Eric and Daniel were arguing, I get busted for it. And now nobody's talking to me. Nobody at the school, none of the teachers, which is quite a feat considering that none of the teachers even gave me an interview the first time around. It's odd, though. The kids keep mentioning, all the skippers, they keep mentioning this guy named Mr. Roberts. I wonder who he is. Like, I've heard of him as a teacher before, but, like, he's not on, like, the official administration or anything, so I wonder what he does at the school. Anyways, that's not what I wanted to talk about. What I wanted to talk about was that nobody was talking to me except for Eric, who sent me a text message an hour ago telling me to meet him tonight in front of the school. What could possibly go wrong with that? Don't answer that question.